the real spiel. It's been a while. I haven't seen y'all folks in a minute. Completely my fault. Completely my fault. A little bit of life happens. A little bit under the weather. A little bit of a low content month. But I'd like to let you know that I will be and am back with a vengeance. Full of vengeance. Now that I got some freed up time, now I understand my schedule a little better, I'd like to give a shout out to all the Cyclopses in the building. Earth, wind, fire, and spirit. We in the house again. Listen, don't forget, don't write it down, jot it down, Miss Helen. We didn't forget about you at jotitdown.com. Al Katani, Spice Man, Spice is in the building, and Adonai Skincare. Listen to all of my friends, all of the individuals who are subscribers. See some of y'all doing other stuff. It's okay. Ain't no hard feelings. I know, I understand. You gotta feed this monster called YouTube. So I wanted to have a quick conversation there. I heard yesterday that I confirmed today is not true, but I heard yesterday that somehow Kyrie Irving's page was deleted, that Instagram deleted his page, and I went on there just a second ago. His page is fine, ain't nothing wrong. And I don't know where that person got that from, and I'm a double checker, cross checker about that. I thought to myself though, as I was going over the concept or premise of his actual Instagram got deleted, I was saying to myself, so what? That's what I was saying to myself. When did we fall in love with all these social media platforms? These same social media platforms that have the capacity to cancel us. How do we fall in love with them so strongly? Good morning, good morning. How do we fall in love with them so strongly when we're people who carry platforms? The Royals are back in the building. Listen, when you carry a platform, an 18 million person platform like Kyrie Irving, you don't need social media. Social media needs you. Social media needs you. And when you start to think about it, brother like Kyrie, like this, I'm a YouTuber currently. This is one of my current, we YouTubers, right? We monetize our social media because we draw people to the well and have conversation and exchange, and advertisers want to piggyback off of our conversation. That's what we do. That's what we're on the lower end of this thing. Kyrie is not a YouTuber. He's essentially an entertainer. And therefore, people are drawn to him. He don't have to do nothing. You don't have to say nothing. They just want to say that they're following Kyrie. To the tune of 18.3 million people. Now, 18.23 million people are following Kyrie. He's making no money off that. Why does he need social media? Why does he need social media? Listen, if Instagram paid Kyrie $1 a year for every one of his followers, just $1 a year, which would mean that they would pay him $18.3 million a year, $1 a year for every follower he has, he would still be getting ripped off. He would still be getting ripped off if they said, if you get a follower, we will give you $1. Because the money, the ad money, even if those followers don't buy anything on Instagram, the ad revenues that Instagram makes off of a guy like Kyrie is phenomenal. So if they gave him $1 per follower, he'd still be getting hosed. He'd still be getting bamboozled. He'd still be getting took. He'd still be getting stuck up. The bottom line is, ladies and gentlemen, in the black community, since when do we need social media? What happened to the days when people would just make a website? Remember those days? Well, I'm starting a new business and I want to build a website. What happened to those days? They can't kick you off your own stuff. This is why I don't even get it no more. Like a guy like myself, fine, YouTube gives me a little bit of change. It was actually a pretty good check. I was surprised. It was actually For those who don't know, I got a pretty good check for sitting around here in my car talking. I don't mind telling you, I got a pretty good check. I know I'm gonna do that next month, but I got a pretty good check. I was like, hey, it's a pretty good check. But Kyrie don't need no YouTube checks. He don't need no Instagram checks. They're making a check off of him. Now, again, he wasn't canceled. He was. I don't know if he took down his own page for a minute. Maybe that's what that gentleman saw. But I was just thinking about it. That's why I went and checked before I came out here shooting my mouth off. I said, okay, his page is right there. It's fine. Nothing wrong. Nothing going wrong with this page. He okay. But let me just say the underside of it. Potentially the value to brands, right, of which Kyrie now is a man in respect to brands. I know apparently he was supposed to sign something. Y'all can do this fact check with me, because I heard two different stories that he was supposed to do something with SIA, black owned. And it seemed like he was trying to get ownership. And I don't know if he was satisfied with it. I don't know where that is right now. I haven't really looked into it. I really haven't. I haven't really looked into it that deeply. I haven't looked into it like that. But the draw for any brand when it comes to a gentleman like Kyrie Irving is the fact that he has 18.3 million followers. And if they put a pair of shoes on him and you charge $100 for your shoes, you do the math, right? You don't have to get 18 million of those folks buying his shoes. You can just get 5 million, right? And then add a couple zeros to that if they sell them shoes for $100, right? For those who don't know, that's $500 million. Okay, 5 million, 50 million, 500 million. That's if 5 million of those 18 million decide to buy his shoes. That's a pretty doggone good bet. It's a good bet. Hey, that's a very good bet. Especially if Kyrie is doing what he's doing on the court, still being Kyrie. That's a pretty doggone good bet. You know what I'm saying? So, my thing is, while Kyrie sits on these social media platforms, Twitter, Instagram, and he doesn't have a YouTube page, which many of these guys should, because I'm telling you right now, YouTube is writing a pretty good check. If he decided to really sit on these people's pages, I mean, if I was his agent, I'd be like, hey, listen, Kyrie's about to come off of Instagram, and we're here to negotiate with you. You want him on Instagram? You got to write us a check, because we know you're making money off of him being here. We absolutely know that. It's not a guesstimation anymore. And Instagram's gotten really cheap. Really cheap. I know all these things are all owned by the same Jewish guy. I mean, by the same people. But I mean, it kind of doesn't make sense, because, you know, I know Country Wayne. Hey, you got to follow Country Wayne. Country Wayne's one of the most fantastic guys on social media right now. He came off of Instagram, went to YouTube, because YouTube and Facebook are giving him better checks. But hey, let me say this before I said that. Last night, I went to the post office last night, and Miss Mensa is a doctor. Where do you live, Miss Mensa? I think she lives in Maine. Is it Maine you live in, Miss Mensa? Miss Mensa went to Ghana. Let me tell you something. She went to Ghana, Etasen, and sent me back. She sent me this stuff. She said, this is authentic, Del. Authentic from Ghana. She sent me 2 of these for me, and 1 for Batgirl, and my chief chain. And I told y'all about Africa. I have a tailor in Ghana, but he's the best tailor in Africa. His name is Edem, E-D-E-M, and he's in Accra. He is the best tailor in the continent of Africa. And she went and made me 5 different suits in Africa, right? And they just delivered them yesterday. Oh my goodness. Fit like a glove. Edem. Miss Mensa, thank you so. Oh my gosh, when that box showed up, I almost melted. I opened it. It was packaged nicely. I gotta do a presentation for you guys. The inside, the boy can sew. Oh, you should see these suits and the material. Oh, I look like a chief. I made two kinds of suits. I made two black pattern suits, different patterns, with the undervest, the U cuts, the U cut undervest. Brothers who know the U cut undervest with the dope satin lapels. Oh Lord have mercy! And then I made a red one with piping, with gold piping, and then I made a short sleeve one so two black ones, short sleeve one, right, with dynamic buttons, looking like an army guy, and then a gray one that was short sleeve too. Oh, when I wear those for you guys, y'all gonna be like, who is Edem? Let us go find him. What a tailor! What a tailor! Thank you, Miss Mensa, very much. These things are not expensive, ladies and gentlemen. It's like $30 to make $1,000 quality suit in Ghana. It's like $30 your money, $45 my money, to make a suit that is easily the quality of $1,000 suit. Whoa! You should see them clothes, baby. I'm gonna be modeling. But but the thing is too, these things are not cheap. These are not cheap. And even in Ghana, these are not cheap. I didn't buy them because I was like, oh, y'all charging real money for those, because this is handwork, right? This is handwork. They ain't getting this stuff in China. This is handwork. This is real stuff. So before I go to Countryway, I just wanted to say thank you to Miss Mensa and all of the individuals who've been sending me stuff, sending me finances, supporting the pages. Like, thank you very much. Like I said, I've just been very caught up in this winter season with health and with getting my my new job. Because I told you I started a new job. And when they start a new job, boy, and you're the head Negro in charge in certain areas, you got to earn that. And so they've been having us. I've been working some hours, and I'm not an hourly guy. I'm a salary guy, but they getting their money. Okay, they getting more than the money. They getting a lot of money off me because they work with me like kunta kinte. But the real spiel has to happen, because like I said, YouTube be writing pretty good checks. I was like, whoa, this is just for talking about Kyrie Irving? Batgirl's like, because I don't track none of this stuff, because I'm not in this for the money. But Batgirl's the one who did all the monetization and everything. She said, don't worry, I'm handling it. Don't worry, I'm handling it. And then she set up all the whatchamacallit, so that be the direct deposit and everything. And I was like, AdSense, what the heck? Who put all this money in my bank account? So yeah, YouTube writes a pretty good check. So Country Wayne, he's on YouTube now, because he came off of Instagram. So he's not doing any more posts on Instagram because Instagram ain't paying no money. And YouTube just sent me something. They have a new partnership program. I don't know if it's as lucrative. Maybe YouTube realizes now, well, we write these boys too big a check. Maybe they changed the deal, because it's something I got to approve. I give it to Batgirl, because I don't do this for the check. I do this because, and this is why sometimes I can take a hiatus. And Batgirl was on me. She's like, you're going to lose your subscribers. You're going to lose your followers because you're not keeping up to date. And she was hitting me with all that stuff. And I was like, babe, listen, I'm not in this for a check. You're going to lose it. You built all this and now you're going to just let it. I said, I'm not letting it slip. I got to do it. So she was on me. She was really on me. But let me just tell you again. How are we feeding a monster that is eating us? Social media only cooperates with black people when we are either self-deprecating, meaning we are talking ill of ourselves, okay? When we are being the court jester of the world, when we are being funny, when we are playing sports, when we are entertaining them. They love us. They love us when we're in our lane. Dance, nigga, dance. Okay? That wasn't me cussing. That was me quoting Tory Lanez. Okay? But, when we are being what they have created us to be, their entertainment, because that's the bag you're carrying now. Don't you know that, Sambo, Negro? You're carrying the bag. You're carrying the parcel of be my entertainer. Entertain me. Shut up and dribble. That's who we are, right? When we're sitting up there, skip, I don't know, skip. When we're sitting up there, being a caricature, Shaquille O'Neal, right? Shacking the fool for Whitey. When you're sitting up there, Charles Barkley, talking about them big old girls in San Antonio with your big old behind yourself. Yes. When you're sitting up there, allowing yourself to be the spokesperson for white supremacy, Malika Andrews and Stephen A. Smith, when you're sitting up there doing that, you're exactly who they want you to be. Because when they tug on your coattail, it's like, hey, we need you to get up there. We need you to get up there and say what you need to say, boy. So we're feeding a monster. We really are. All of this content, all of this creativity, all of this intelligence, all of this community that we are building on a new plantation, a digital plantation, of which we are not getting the lion's share. Yes, I got a good check. I sure wonder what the money came in on the YouTube side. Because I tell you what, I've said this before to you, the lion gets the lion's share. The lion gets the lion's share. The fox gets a share. That's what I am, a silver fox, maybe a silver gorilla. But the lion is truly the one getting the lion's share. Hey, how you doing? Stargirl, where I go on, man? You in Palm Beach, Florida? Okay. We here in the cool. We in the cool. Cool out here, but everybody drive. You see this? You see this kind of pace I drive? You can see in the mirror how fast I'm driving. Listen, people ain't fooling around these roads. Not in Toronto, Canada, baby. Black ice. That's the one black thing they don't play with that. They mess up with you black people, but black ice, they ain't playing with that. No sir, black ice, you're driving slow. So I'm heading in. I'm heading into the office, and I said, hey, I'm gonna come out here and have my conversation with you guys about feeding the beast. And I'm not talking to us regulars, right? We're regulars. Most of us are regulars, okay? And every now and then, somebody who is not a regular will still sit down and start to create content on YouTube, and we will flock to their attention. But most of us here who are so-called YouTubers and paying attention to the YouTube space, we're regulars. Some of us have a little more than others, but most of us are regulars. Guys who are not regulars are people like Kyrie Irving, they've built a fortune that their children's grandchildren will be able to be rich, not be well, be rich. And we now are the ones who are essentially sitting here waiting for them to do something so we can comment. I'm waiting. I sit here waiting like everyone else. We're like the press scrum. We sit here waiting. Oh, they're coming out now. Everybody rushes with their microphone like the media, and they start machine gunning their questions and dissecting what has taken place and stuff that happened this fast. We're breaking it down and talking about it for a week. Because that's who we are. We're the regulars. But so I'm not really talking about us. I'm talking about why do the Kyries and the LeBrons and all these people, when these social media, and LeBron doesn't count. Let's even say the elephant in the room, right? Ye. When Ye gets canceled from social media, that brother shouldn't care. Because let's face it, we up here freezing. Oh, I'm back. I apologize. I don't know what happened. I got the good internet. That shouldn't happen to me. I got that good internet. But I said, if Kanye West got canceled from social media and he went and started a platform, a regular old website, a regular old podcast, Kanye would do just as well overnight. YouTube is for guys like me, right? Guys like me who would be very difficult to push marketing and push strangers to come find me somewhere in my own personal space. YouTube's got its own algorithm marketing me. Kanye don't need an algorithm. Kyrie don't need an algorithm. Those guys are their own algorithm. Why are they feeding the beast? That's what I'm trying to say. It's what I'm trying to figure out. Why are they feeding the beast? If I was Kyrie Irving, excuse me, still getting over a little bit of this cold. Oof. But if I was Kyrie Irving, I would have a press conference and say, I am now officially withdrawing from all social media. And you can find me on KyrieLive.com. I'm going to be posting every day, videos. You're going to be seeing all kinds of things from my brand. You're going to see into my family life. And it's going to be a small fee for it. You know, we're going to have multiple subscriber levels. He could do that very easily, right? 18.3 million people who are following him for free on Instagram. Let's say we shave that into a third, right? 6 million people. Say, hey, okay, you know what? I'm going to follow Kyrie on his own personal stuff. Forget about Instagram. Forget about YouTube. Forget about Facebook. Forget about all these things. I'm going to follow him there. Same thing for Ye. No one can cancel you. Why haven't they done that? I can't be the smartest guy on YouTube. Like, who are managing these people? I wish I was some of these guys' agents. I'd be like, hey, baby, don't fret. We're going to have a press conference. We're going to say any doggone thing we want. Ron Dalton, where you at, big fella? Right now, Ron Dalton should be reaching out to Kyrie. So say, Kyrie, you got me in a whole heap of trouble here, man. Why don't you sponsor a platform that allows the truth to come out? Let's call it The Truth by Kyrie. I'm going to sell my books exclusively on you. Forget about Amazon. Amazon ain't going to make no money. I'm going to do it right with you, baby. Some of these guys don't understand the marketing capacity, the marketing level they have. They don't understand the leverage that they have. And I keep coming back to that same message that I told in respect to Rabbi Fume. Some of them don't know how dangerous they are. Some of y'all don't know. Because the economy of blackness, this 2023 economy of blackness, come on now, this is your next lesson. This is your next step. Leverage. Do you know what leverage is? Do you know what the economic concept of leveraging is? Let me explain it to you. Let me break it down into a way that you can. The bank hates leveraging. They hate when you use it. Let me give you an example of a good example of leveraging. So you own a house. The house is a commodity to you. And in this analogy, Kyrie, Kanye, their house is their name, is their brand, right? It's their equity. Theirs is intellectual property. These are real property. But you own a house, right? And you walk up to the bank and you say, Mr. Banker, what I'd like to do is I'd like to get a home equity line of credit. I'd like to get a leverage. I'd like you to give me money or give me the capacity to access money using my house as collateral, right? Leveraging. And for those who feel they want to explain this in a different way, please feel free, right? My little paltry degree in finance. Ignore that. I might not be knowing what I'm talking about. But you take your house and you put it, you tell Mr. Banker you can assign a lien to it, and then you can lend me maybe 60, let's use easy numbers, 60% loan to value. So my house is worth $1 million. We're assuming we have no mortgage on the house, right? Currently. So the house is worth a square million. The bank says, no problem. I'm going to lend you $600,000 that you can leverage, access anytime you like, and I'm going to lend that to you at 3% a year. Anytime you take it out, you got to pay me the interest of 3%. If it's sitting there, though, you don't got to pay me none. So it's not a loan. It is, you've created the access to money, which in this case is called a HELOC or a home equity line of credit. But forget about those terms. You got some money that you have access to because your house is on collateral for it. It's on the hook. Now, this is what leveraging is, really. You take that money that you borrowed from the bank, really from yourself. You borrowed it from yourself, but the bank allowed you to access the 60% of the wealth of it, the worth of it. And you take that money and you go now and you invest in the stock market, right? Or you even go buy bank stock. The same bank that lent you the money, you can take that money and go buy their stock. And in that year, you made 7% on the money that you borrowed from yourself on collateral through the bank. And you made 7% at the bank lending you your own money at 3%. The bank hates that. It's leveraging. They don't like it when you do that. They don't like you to win like that. They don't want you to do that. But that's what they should be teaching you to do. Because that's how you win. That's how you win. The great part about that too is that it's called a revolving line of credit. Meaning that when you pay the bank back the $600,000, you still got the $600,000 to take again. You know how I do that with? I do that with my credit card. That's right. So I buy everything on my credit card, and then I pay the credit card, and then I buy everything again with the credit card. Why do I do that? I do that because it causes my my credit rating to go up astronomically, because I'm always hitting max, then I'm paying it off. Hitting max, paying it off. Hitting max, paying it off. So the bank's like, oh, this guy's wonderful. He pays all, but all I'm doing is the money that I would normally use for gas. I don't put cash. I pay the credit card with the money. My phone bill, I pay the credit card. With my grocery bill, I pay the credit card. I want to go buy something in the store. I want to go buy a suit. I pay the credit card, and then I use it. And I pay the credit card, and I use it. Right? It's a way of manipulating the credit system for your advantage. That second one's not leveraging. The first one that I described is. So, leveraging in respect to these large entertainers, these big entertainers, is them saying, hold on a second, I'm a brand. I'm the house. I've got the capacity to probably generate, in Kyrie, $18 million. $1 for every follower I have. Why don't I take that and leverage it for myself? They don't want to do that. They've invited you. This is why these social media platforms were created. This is why a lot of us are like, and we didn't understand it at first. We didn't understand, why is Facebook not charging fees? How come, you mean I can do all this? I can save photos, I can make videos, I can do all this on Facebook, and it doesn't cost me anything? Of course it does. It costs you your brand. Because you have given away your brand for free. They are advertising based on you, big social media guy. Kyrie's got, well, we got Kyrie here at 18 million followers, Nabisco. Why don't I run some ads on Kyrie's stuff? Every time Kyrie posts, I'm going to run an ad, Nabisco. Oh, really? Yeah, every time Kyrie posts, we got Kyrie here, we got LeBron James, we got all these dummies who don't realize that they've given us their brand for free. And we can run ads on all their stuff. You see, YouTube has actually at least told you the truth and said, yeah, baby, you know, we're going to run ads on your stuff. That's what we're going to do. We're going to run ads on it. Or before people can see it, they're going to be an advertisement they got to watch. We're going to tell you straight up. And we're going to pay you that money. Some of that money, we're making money from it, and we're going to give you some of it back. At least they're honest. Who am I talking to here? Jamaica, wagwan. Shalom. Mikhail Shamar. Love, peace, and hair grease. It's the brown skin assassin, shoot never passing. The African from Trinidad living in Canada, dealing with this cold right now. Listen, we got to get a little smarter. I'll take this light off now. Okay. We got to get a little bit smarter. We got to get a little bit smarter. Okay? Because we don't realize the true value of our blackness. Remember what I said, we are feeding the same monster that's eating us. Yay, good to see you, Kayla. What's going on? Real spiel. Family. Thank you for your, I appreciate y'all listening to this little old country boy from Trinidad and Tobago driving to work in this car, because I'm just like y'all. I tell you, I'm the working poor, baby. I'm the working poor. I keep telling you guys what the working poor is. I say it all the time. I'm saying the working poor is any household making $70,000 and beneath. You are the working poor. That's right. That means your expenses and your revenue are probably eye to eye, and you can't afford to take much time off work because you'll be on the street. We the working poor. We keep the world moving. We are the backbone of society. Yes, we deliver their milk. We do their accounting. We protect their buildings. We're those people. Come on now. We take out their garbage. Some of us take care of their kids. That's right. We run their call centers. We're the working poor. And we're all struggling up that ladder, trying to get to the next rung of the ladder. It's so funny. Just to go off kilter, when you step from employee to management level, all my employees, I basically, I do their time clocking. They have to check in with me. But our management level, nobody's looking. Nobody cares when you go home. Nobody cares when you show up. I mean, somebody ultimately cares if the job's not getting done. But it's so funny. It's like, oh yeah, you're management. You don't have to worry about that. I was like, oh, okay. I didn't know. Okay, yeah, you're management. You don't have to worry about that. Come on, Del. That's not for us. I'm like, oh, okay. It's so funny when you're on the other side of it. And for many of us, what captivated our attentions when it came to the marginalization of our elites is that we thought they were on the other side of that. We didn't realize that. One of the things that I always do, like in respect to, I go down, I try to eat with the employees. I try to, if something is manual or menial, things that the other managers aren't doing, I get out there, roll up my sleeves, and I do it, because they're like, oh wow, I thought he was on the other side of this. I thought he didn't have to do that. No. And every good leader does that. Every good leader gets their hands dirty. But this beast that continues to chew on the branding, and really that's why we have to look at ourselves. The American black person is a brand of black. Can I say it like that? You are a black brand that much of the world looks at in awe. In awe. Come on. When a black woman puts eyelashes on her eyes and goes on social media and starts to blink, 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 100 million little black girls from Canada all the way to Takoradi start to say, hey, I want them eyelashes on my eyes. I went to my daughter's recital the other day, and those know me. I'm nearsighted. I'm blind in one eye, can't see out the other. I'm cockeyed and blind. Boy, but I was sitting in the mid row, and I could see them little girls' eyelashes all the way. Them little 14, 15-year-old girl, I could see their eyelashes all. In fact, I could reach out. It's like I was watching a 3D movie. The influence, the power of our influence. We have grossly underestimated the power of our influence. Some of you have captivated it on a micro scale, and unfortunately, we have not yet learned how to build the micro scale into a macro family, whereby we are able to say, listen, sis, Yeah, you got the eyelashes, I got the makeup, she got the wigs, she got the dresses, right? Let's put all this thing together and let's create JC Penney. Like this is what these things are. The collaboration of brands used to create department stores. Remember those? Do we even have department stores anymore? I guess Walmart is. But putting all of these brands together, that's what Black Nationhood is. Is when we put all of our brands in one bucket and say, here we are a nation. We are a nation leveraging our power for more power, leveraging our influence for more influence. That's what we are. But we are still at the highest levels, cut off from each other. Still at the highest levels, misinformed about how to truly build unity. The highest levels. And it's kind of scary. Good morning, Amala Adula is back in the house. Bless you all, bless you all, bless you all. Bless you all. Listen, I'm back on my grind, like I said. I need a little time. I was a little bit woozy with a couple things that came down and busy over the Christmas time. But I'm back on my grind, I'm telling you. I'm back on my grind. There's some stuff that went down in Demona that I was sent some video about, and I'm trying to link that in. I'm trying to make a video of it. Ashriel sent it to me a week or so ago. So I'm trying to put it back together. My sister, when I see your name, I said, okay, the gang's back together. Listen, again, it's a winter day. It's a winter day here in Toronto. It's a cold winter day down here in Toronto. But listen, how do we do this better? This might, I don't like to complain about something. And I'll give us a solution. How do we do this better? And I'm going to talk about two things that I think, excuse me again, this little cough don't want to go away. But there's two ways to do this better. We talked about historically black literacy. Come on now. We talked about financial literacy. We went from literacy, meaning got to get an education, to financial literacy, meaning you got to know the power of money. But this is the last one, and I think we need to deal with this in the legal sphere, where we're building better legal minds, and I call it brand literacy. I don't know if something like that already exists. This is coming from me. Brand literacy is this, that we need to start teaching our young men and women the power of their brand in a new social media world. When I was in my 20s, many of you in your 20s, we didn't have social media, right? And if we did, it wasn't that. Right? I remember AOL.com. I remember Black Planet. But that was well later, after my 20s for sure. Close. But I'm saying to us, the brand literacy is what we need now, because this next generation of athlete, this next generation of entertainers, those are the people who will have the platforms to steal away all of the attention. And I'm here on YouTube teaching you how to not be on YouTube. To steal the attention away from the YouTubes, the Facebooks, and the Instagrams. We need to steal it away. We need to put it back in our pocket. Right? So like the next big thing, and they're gonna come, we always got another big thing. Every 5 years there's another big thing. There's another young black child that is about to be the next big thing. Isn't it true? Every 5 years. We need to educate now that next generation of big thing, because that's really who I'm talking to, right? They're the ones who can do it. We need their agents, because that's what my daughter she wants to be a lawyer, and she's asking me, Dad, what kind of law should I practice? What kind of law should I practice? And I'm really going to let her know, like, the big money is in being an agent, entertainment law, because that level of counsel is what our generation of kids are missing. Kyrie and I mean, you got to take your hat off to guys like Rich Paul, right? We got to take our hat off to a guy like Rich Paul, who is taking this young kid from Akron and made him into a billionaire. Because Rich Paul was not thinking like all of these other non-black owned agencies. He took LeBron James and he created something different. Organic coconut oil. Organic coconut oil. Okay, I'm gonna try. I'm gonna try some of that. This cough bothered the heck out of me. I took some organic bourbon last night, trying to knock that bad boy out. It didn't work. Oh, thank you very much, Farmer John. About to transfer to the University of Florida. Okay, for football. And I know this dirty game is, I'm grateful for, oh, bless you, man. I appreciate that very much. The biggest problem is knowing when to be, I don't know what he just said there, but knowing when to be an I think he said. Big statement right there. That's a very big problem. Where am I going right now? Okay. This young brother here who's talking, he's transferring to the university. He's transferring to the university, right? He's going, where are you going? You're going to the Transfer University of Florida. Okay. Let's talk about him. Let me talk about you, Farmer John. Let's say Farmer John goes to the University of Florida. He's a big deal there. Signs a big contract. Is it football, brother? I'm assuming it's football, right? And he now becomes an NFL player. This is what's going to happen to you, because I was in a position where I was trying to manage a kid by the name of Brandon Bridge, and I built a whole agency around this kid and around Andrew Wiggins. These are going to be my two first signees. Okay, Brandon Bridge signed with me to do the finances, and I was trying to get Wiggins. 6'4", 200 pounds, wide receiver. Woo! Big and fast. So let's say, Farmer John, you're gonna be recruited by some very big agents. And this is what they're gonna tell you. They're gonna tell you that they carry leverage because they have all these other stars, and that people are gonna listen to them, which they're not wrong about. And people are gonna listen to them. And people are going to, your potential to be drafted is bigger, and all these kind of things they're going to do. They're going to pay for you after the season to go live somewhere and to be trained and to have a dietitian, and they got the money to throw at you to do all this stuff, right? I need to get off here, actually. What you have to recognize, young fella, is that the agent that you choose, and these guys ain't taking a lot of money these days, because they're negotiating on the massive numbers, right? So a big agency, they're just trying to get 1% from a whole lot of guys, right? 1% from a whole lot of guys. So their money is based on volume. CAA and these kind of agencies. What they're not going to do for you is they're not going to manage your brand. They're not going to manage the potential of your intellectual property. They're gonna be your agent with the NFL, but they're not gonna manage your life brand. And that's what I'm trying to tell you. Your life brand is everything that you have the potential of building as a platform. They're not gonna do that. They're gonna say, hey, plug into Nike, plug into Reebok, plug into all the platforms that are already there, make your money here, and then go off and do what Brereton's saying later after you've got your money together. But what I'm saying is that your life brand starts right now while you're in university. Your platform starts right now, because the game's changed now. You can make money in college, right? You can make money in college now. You can start having the conversations and saying, yeah, I'm looking to build new social medias. I'm looking to have new platforms of influence for our people. I'm looking to not simply be a plug and play for Nike and for Adidas, but I'm actually looking into actually walking into the NFL as a brand already, with platforms already that people have to plug into me. I don't have to plug into them. You see what I'm saying? And I don't want to do it by myself. I know a couple of others who are also on that same level. We're trying to be a department store brand where you can plug into us, and you can do it in college, bro. You can do it in college. You can start on YouTube in college. And a lot of these universities, of course, your college coaches and all these guys are going to say, hey, don't say too much, watch it, don't say too much, don't say that, don't say that. But you are already a brand. I need some of that coconut oil. You are already a brand. Do not recreate the mistake that Kyrie and them have done, thinking that, oh, you know what? I'm just going to sign with these guys and it's going to be hunky-dory. No, man. You don't have to. You really don't have to. You can get out there and say, listen, I can't wait. I'm launching my new shoe line. I can't wait. I've been talking to some people in China. You might not be able to play in that shoe because your university is going to have a deal, but you're absolutely going to be able to train in that shoe. You're absolutely going to be able to have YouTubes about that shoe. You have so much potential. This level of athlete has so much potential that y'all can do on your level. I'm excited for you guys. I should have went there. Shucks. I'm excited for you guys because there's so much that you guys can do now if you're being instructed the right way. Rich Paul, in my opinion, took LeBron the right way. I mean, the proof is in the doggone pudding. I mean, LeBron had to do his part for sure. But Rich Paul, I don't think he's let LeBron James down. And I don't think Rich Paul's let a lot of guys down. Tristan Thompson made $70 million. He had a $70 million contract. All that brother could do is grab rebounds. He didn't know if he's left-handed or right-handed. It's Rich Paul and LeBron's leverage. So the leveraging, going back to that conversation, the leveraging of your brand, oh my goodness, please do not underestimate it. Do not underestimate it. And I'm telling you right now, a coach can put you on the bench, but he can't put your voice on the bench unless you let it happen. Your voice is your brand, brother. Your mind is your brand. Don't let him put that on the bench. Don't let him do it. Okay? When you transfer over there, lay out the future of what you really want to be as an athlete, as a student athlete. Also, I'm gonna give you this part too. If you know you're staying for 4 years, this is a mistake I made, right? I let these guys off the hook because I knew I was staying in college for 4 years. I should have taken engineering. Now, did I have an engineering mind? I don't know. But so what? I got the best. You're gonna have the best tutors and help in the world. If you can get out of university with an engineering degree and still not even be that good at it. But an engineering degree, woo, write your ticket right away. That's a 6-figure ticket. Right away. An engineering degree. I took accounting. Dime a dozen. Stupid. I'm dumb. Stupid. Finance and accounting. I should have took engineering. Engineering is a much more expensive course. The books are much more expensive. They don't want to pay that kind of money. But you don't walk in there taking foolishness, say, oh, we just want to keep you eligible. Nah, take engineering. I don't care, brother, if you still doing your ABCs, take engineering. Force them to keep you eligible taking the best stuff. If you know you're going to be there for 4 years, if you know you're getting a 4-year degree, take engineering. Take engineering. It's the only subject in an undergrad that you walk out with an undergrad demanding 6 figures in the workplace. So while you chilling, while you figuring it out in your life, you got a doggone engineering degree. That's leverage. Using that university to give you what you could not get by yourself. Listen, I got an accounting degree, but I could have taken engineering. Same type of study, basically, because I had tutors. I had all the help in the world because they're trying to keep me eligible. I should have taken the hardest thing. Keep me eligible with the hardest thing. Shoot, if you're going to write my tests, write my engineering tests. I tell you to do that. I tell you to do that. I'm joking. But they're going to do it. Some of them did. Some of them did it. I had some brothers be like, yo, Del, man, you know this stuff better than me, man. I write my test for me, man. Sign in and write my test for me. And I was a freshman going into senior math classes, the senior guys taking classes. I was writing their tests for them. I'm a freshman. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm doing what I told. I said, okay, you want me to write your test? This is easy. I can do this. But I'm saying leverage yourself. You are valuable to them because you're a football player. They need you. They want you. They want your body. Get good. Make them give you the best of the best education and leverage yourself from now, young man. Farmer, come on, Farmer John. You're going to make us proud, man. You're the generation. You're the generation we're waiting on. You're the generation that we're looking for to take us out of this thing. Take us out of this thing. Black platforms all over the place. Too many to choose from. I'd rather do that and then have the conversation of saying, oh, come on, man, we got too many. It's like right now, how many black churches you got in your neighborhood? How many? Black church everywhere. Everywhere you go, black church here, black church, black church. Black churches next door to each other, across the street from each other. Everybody got 10 members. That's where we are now, right? It's much better than being in a place where they were in the 1800s where no black churches. Everybody's got to be Methodist because there's no black churches, right? Now we got too many and we got to talk about coming together. But right now, black platforms, we don't got any. That's what we need to be talking about. All these platforms that basically, they eat us. They thrive off of us. They make billions off of us, right? And sometimes we get a little check here and there. No, Farmer John. You're the generation that's going to say, no. These are our platforms. These are our platforms, and we run these ourselves. You know what I'm saying? Sky is the limit. That's what she said. Listen to your sister. Eto said, the sky is the limit, my brother. And one of the things too, I should have transferred my doggone self too, because I went to too small a school. Right? And it's not about being good. It's being good where they can see you. If there's no TV deals, it's like that old, if a tree falls in the forest and no one hears it, did it really fall? Right? Did it really fall? Did anything happen if it didn't happen on prime time? Right? Because that's what they're evaluating. That's why when John Morant was coming out, why was John Morant second and Zion was first? You know why? Because Ja wasn't playing in a power conference. They said, "Oh, he's dunking over bums." They didn't know how good he was because they didn't think he was tested. Excuse me. Against guys who were really good, right? He wasn't at the prime time. He wasn't in prime time. Gotta grab this here. Listen, don't let that monster eat you, baby. That football, that college football, even worse than basketball. Football, they're giving out 100 football scholarships. They're giving out 12 basketball scholarships. You go, you go to the schools and you drag out what's best for you in every way, shape, or form. You got the stuff for the canopy?
Let me double check.
Do not let that monster eat you. You heard me? I can't wait. Hey man, keep us posted, brother. Keep us posted. Don't let that monster eat you. No girls. That Amala, you needed to quit right there. You need to quit right there. Because them girls gonna be waiting right after the game. Come on, Farmer John. They're gonna be waiting right after the game. I used to get back from my dorm, last summer for my game, and they'd be waiting right there in the dormitory. You don't even need any game. you tell that man no girls. Whew, Lord, brother, try your best. We know the truth. Try your best. Try your very best. Okay, just try your best. I will say this: that leave your options open. Leave your options open. Everything that you think that you're connected to now in respect to a relationship or a woman, you better leave that thing open. Leave that thing wide open, because that can hold you back. Win member, what's going on? What's going on, Herman Rome? Win members in the house. Hey, Amala, come on, man. You telling the truth, man. Come on. I can't tell a young man that. That young man go over there and sow his seed in Florida. He's in Florida. Oh, Lord have mercy. Lord have mercy. Florida. Telling that young man no girls in Florida. That man's 6'4", 200 pounds. Wide receiver. Lord have mercy. They're gonna be running down the sidelines trying to catch him. I'm not talking about the other team. Do your best, young man. That's all I can tell you. Do your best. Don't give yourself any responsibilities of children while you're down there. Don't do that to yourself. Put yourself in the best position. All right? Put Jesus first. But do your best. That's all I can say to you. Do your best. Yeah. Listen, I'm a holy man. I'm gonna tell you to practice abstinence. Okay, practice. but you might be like Allen Iverson. Practice, practice. You talking about practice? No, I don't know. I don't know what to tell you, brother. I'm gonna leave that to you. Okay, I ain't gonna get in your business like that. But I'm hoping that we hear back from you. And I'm hoping that we can see you on prime time. I want to see you on prime time. Okay. What I will say is stay away from them doggone steroids. All right. That's what I will say. Stay away from. Don't let them stick anything inside of you. You know, you're 6'4", wide receiver, 200 pounds. You might have it already. You don't need them to add anything to you. That stuff doesn't give you that much of an edge. All right. Take that from me. Love, is it here? Is it coming?
I already followed up with our
Okay. So, in the position that we are in, we have to be teaching this generation, that next generation, that when your turn comes, listen, don't do what your predecessors have done. Think about it. Think about it. If LeBron made a billion, if Steph is making, 200-300 million, what's this next generation going to make? Because these deals are just getting, the reason that these deals are able to be done and why they're lucrative is because these sports organizations, these sports associations have realized the value of the monetization of television. And so these TV deals have begot increasingly more lucrative. And this is why they have allowed these young kids to make money in college, because they're saying, we're losing these kids to the pros. We got to give them the opportunity to make money because they're affecting our check. So the earning capacity for a kid now doesn't start once he makes the NFL or once he makes the NBA. His earning capacity begins once he gets a scholarship. In fact, it could even begin before that if he's a phenom. You can now, the stuff that they were canceling guys for before, they can now do it. So so Nike can roll up to a 10-year-old and say, "Yo, we're gonna give you a shoe contract right now. we're gonna we're gonna give you a shoe contract right now. We're gonna give your mom and dad." And Nike's smarter to do that because if you start with a kid when he's 13, 14 years old, right, and he's the next big thing, but he's young, his parents will take $2 million. But by the time he's 18, you're talking $100 million. Imagine if Nike would have, or Adidas would have tried to sign LeBron when he was 12. That would have been a much. Listen, Gloria would have taken a lot less money. Miss Gloria would have taken a lot less money when he was 12 years old. So, that's a situation that, is going to be offered to this next level. These kids are going to need agents from the time they're identified, and kids are being identified at 10. Right? Social media platforms are going to change. Where social media platforms are going to start competing for people's voices to say, "Oh no, we want you to be exclusive to Instagram. We want you to be exclusive to YouTube." They're going to do that. Those things are going to become the next thing. They're going to say, "We need you to be on our platform exclusively," because they're going to be selling that to their advertisers. We have an exclusive deal with the next LeBron James that he will only be on this platform alone. That's a real thing. You can go out now and say, "Hey, Instagram, my name is Farmer John. I'm the next big thing out of Florida. And I'm going to let you know something. I will not put myself on any other social media platform. I will actually take myself all of other platforms and be exclusive only to Instagram, but you got to give me a check." That's stuff that nobody's doing. So, thanks for the economic education. Thank you. They're trying to still break Kyrie. Yep. I've been on holiday. My birthday falls in the midst of season, but I'm back and ready to get the moment going. Amen. Yeah. So we got to start thinking differently, ladies and gentlemen. We got to start thinking very differently. This whole thing has changed up. And let me tell you something. The money that's out here. Now, let me just give you a brief example. So, I have a friend of mine who works for a very large insurance company, right? I'll say that because that's still a situation. And she was trying to get me over there in a management capacity, and still is. And so my management position is a pretty good position where I am now. But let me explain something. Because of the size of her company, and the company I work for is a pretty big company too, but the size of her company's world is crazy. My parallel, the same level that I am at in her company is double my income that I'm currently making. Double. What I'm trying to say is there are things out there right now that are making so much money. It blows your mind. It's not like when I was a young cat. People out here, there's a lot of people out here making $700, $800, $900, $1 million salaries. There's salary positions out here like that, man. Salaries. We're not talking about.
When they pick it up yesterday, did they bring something here?
They did. They don't have it?
They don't have
All right.
it. Yeah.
Thank you. All right. There are salary positions that are paying $1 million now. And let me tell you something. This is the funny part about this. I really did not have a background into the pharmaceutical. And she said like this. Worry about it. Well, I'm gonna teach you. You're gonna pass the interview, and you're gonna get this job. She was offering me the first job she offered me, like in a completely different industry. It paid $400,000. Okay. something happened. Del, hold on. Things are changing. I'm getting a promotion. I'm gonna make sure you get my job. Her job paid double that job. And I was like, they're paying you this much money? She was leaving her company to go to Pfizer, right? We know what Pfizer is. I was like, are you sure you want to go to Pfizer? Because, them people gonna have to, are you sure? She's like, yeah, I'm going to, she was going to Pfizer. Pfizer was offering her stupid money. Like stupid money. Like I said, $1 million salaries. And so, reason I'm bringing all that up, what you think is money right now, trust me, it's not. A lot of guys, and I made sure when I did my when I interviewed the position I'm in now, I said, listen, I have to make sure that my guys, that anybody I'm offering makes this much money, right? I want to make sure that I never offered anybody anything lower than a $52,000 a year job. I want to make sure. I said, unless I'm able to offer this much money, it's not going to work. They said, fine, no problem. I said, good. That's the baseline. Bro, people ran for that money. I know I can get the best of the best. I'm not going to talk about the industry specifically, but I'm going to get the best of the best guys in the particular job role I have, because I know that if I can pay guys $52,000, they're going to run for that money, right? Because historically, these positions weren't paying that kind of money. And so these guys are now happy. They're like, finally, Del, finally. Oh my gosh, I've been waiting for somebody to respect my situation. What I'm trying to tell you is working for $400,000, $700,000, $800,000, you don't need to be a specialist in anything anymore. You just need to be in the right company. You just have to have be in the right brand. That's where I was going. Okay? You just have to be in the right brand. And if you're with the right company, if you're with the right brand, if you built the right platform, money will flow to you. Period. This is a long live because I haven't done one in a while. So you got y'all just here. Kyrie Irving, let's go back to the original concept. Kyrie Irving has built a platform that he has with his own voice, that he no longer has to lend his voice to other platforms. He no longer has to be on Instagram. He no longer has to be on any other social media platform, because he is the voice. He is the brand. He is the one people are coming to hear, coming to see. He is not cancelable. Okay? I saw when I was looking up his name again, how the Brooklyn Nets have taken them off his website. I'm a very petty guy. I'm a very, very, very petty guy. Okay? If I give you a key to my house and you give it back to me, I ain't give it back to you. You have an argument with me, I say, hey, if I said, hey, Batgirl, here's a key to my house. And she has a little argument or something like that, and she says, I don't want this key no more. And then we make up. You ain't getting that damn key back. You should have thrown something else. You ain't getting that key back. If I give you a wedding ring, and you throw that ring at me, I'm sick of you. Boom, and you throw that ring at me. Well, I'll be like, whoop. And you make up, can I have my ring back? What ring? You can't take me off your website, Brooklyn Nets, and then decide to put me back on it later. I'll be like, whoa. What? I thought y'all took me out. No. My agency no longer, my agent, we're gonna get an injunction. You're no longer, you have lost the right to put me on your, I'm gonna stay off permanently. We're not gonna have that. We're not gonna be in that kind of relationship. You ever been in a relationship where every week you breaking up with somebody and they're getting back together? You ever had that kind of relationship? They keep poking Kyrie and he's making, yeah, Out of black folks. Kyrie is also, yeah, he was entertaining Saya, but I don't know if he's. That's why I started off. I don't know if he's going to jump on that deal. I think he wanted to have ownership. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Where are our engineers, bro? To create. Where are our engineers? But you ever been in that kind of relationship, that back and forth relationship? I remember I was seeing this poor black girl. I was seeing this. Ooh, this pretty girl. Real pretty. Oh, she's so pretty. She pretty. She make your face look ugly the way you look. You look at her like, she make you ugly the way she pretty. Like, oh Lord, she pretty like that. But my girl loved to fight. Her name was Mel. Mel loved to fight. Oh my gosh, Mel loved to fight. She didn't like African. She was black, but didn't like black stuff. I was like, okay, Haitian girl. Black Haitian mixed with Italian. And she liked to fight. She'd break up every week. Then call me and be like, can you take me to the store? Okay. I would just be like, you're too pretty to say no to. I was just, but back and forth. Every week this girl breaking up. Got a little exhausting after a while. Right? Got a little exhausting after a while. After a while, I started saying to myself, well, shoot, this girl gonna break up every week. Well, you see anybody? Well, kind of. I probably won't be seeing them tomorrow, though, so you can get my number. Mel got the wind that I entertained all these other people. I was like, yeah, you broke up with me about 5 times. What do you want me to do? I can't leave all this good man candy off the market for your dysfunctional schizophrenic relationship mind. Those things are annoying. I don't know how Kyrie allows himself to let these people be schizophrenic with him. You put me on your website, take me off your website. Kyrie, we no longer believe he has the right to be associated with us. Well, good. I don't want to be associated with you. But now, am I back? Okay, I'm getting good stand. Just pay me my check, baby. I'm going to put on the shirt. I'm going to play my game, take the shirt off. Just like he did with them Nikes. So, at the end of the day, we've got to be extremely mindful of what we're doing when it comes to brand ambassadorship, endorsementship. When we allow these social media platforms to sit here day after day, week after week, month after month, and year after year, selling ads because one of our big stars is on their platform. And I hope kids like Farmer Brown, and I hope he makes it. I hope he's an influencer. I hope he bankrupts all these as Michael Blackson says, mother suckers. Bankrupt all of them. All these mother suckers. Bankrupt them all. Okay? Bankrupt them all. Dale, you're gonna affect your own money. It's okay. Bankrupt all of them. Make all of them have to come. Listen, the check might be better on Blackistan social media. I don't know. I'm trying to help y'all, man. There's a new economy. There's a new economy that's coming out right now. We are sitting at the forefront of a new economy. This is what crypto was supposed to be. Cryptocurrency was supposed to be a currency that cannot be manipulated by the last generational instrument creators and instrument holders. That's what crypto was supposed to be. But all crypto is a platform for being scammed out of your money. And thank God that most of us didn't even have the money or the aptitude to really truly invest in that before we realized that whole thing is a scam. If you put your money in cryptocurrency after what you see in this Sam Bankman fraud, that's what his name should be now, Sam Bankman fraud, and Bernie Madoff, and all these other Jewish con men, if you allow these dudes to mass manipulate you to think that you're rich today and tomorrow you broke, you a dummy. You a dummy. I said it yesterday. What have we come to where a guy could show up with $1 billion of gold and another guy could show up with $1 billion of fiat currency, and those two people think they're on the same level? That we have misappropriated what is money and what is currency. what is money and what is currency. And we are misappropriating the difference between our true social equity and what these other platforms are telling us we're worth. Are you kidding me? A guy's got 18.3 million followers. None of you are worth $18 million. We're talking to me right now. Anybody worth 18 million out there? Kyrie, like I said, if $1 was given to Kyrie for every follower he had, $1, he'd be making $18.3 million a year. He's worth 100 times more than that. Okay? He's worth 100 times plus more than that. So, why on earth would I be allowing you to have me on your platform where I've drawn 18 million people to be here with me, and you're not cutting me a check? And you're telling me that anytime you feel like it, you can take me down because of stuff that I want to say? I'm your boss, you're not mine? You didn't build me, I built you? Ladies and gentlemen, this is the real spiel. It's Del K. Brereton. I've been on here for an hour. I had some making up to do. I don't want to belabor your time. It's about to be 9 o'clock, some of you got to go to work. I had some stuff to do, so I'm getting into the office a little late because I'm on the other side of it. I'm trying to be hot this morning. I'm trying to blow up this morning. I left y'all starving for a little while. Some of y'all got skinny of the information. So I need to serve you a smorgasbord. Oh, come on, man. Y'all trying to kill a brother this early in the morning? I'm just trying to give you a smorgasbord of information. But y'all cut it up, dissect it into pieces. And who says this? Who says this? Somebody on here says it all the time. I didn't see Miss Ann this morning, but somebody says, eat the meat, spit out the bones. That's all. If it wasn't for you, it wasn't for you. But this morning, I'm here to let you know. Don't let that monster eat you, baby. Don't let it eat you. Let's create our own monsters. Let's create our own platforms. Thank you very much for being with us. Thank you very much for being with me. Bless you. Love, peace, and hair grease. I'm coming back on with a live today. Again, Miss Mensa. Oh gosh, boy. You give me the African thing. I'm gone now, but you're giving me the old African thing. I'm going to model after I get myself a little haircut and a little lineup. I'm going to model Miss Mensa's clothes. What? Edom. I'm going to try to find Edom. So I'm going to get Edom on social media. If you're going to Africa, forget about going to Africa. If you want to order clothes from my tailor, when I show you the fit, Shando, 6'7", 265 pounds, a chocolate man, adorned in clothing. Oh, Lord have mercy. I'm going to see you later, though. Love you, man. Love you. I got a little energy. I tell you, I cannot be out here without energy. I didn't have energy. You see my little cough and thing. This is on the other side of it. But I had to have energy. This is alive. I can't be drab in a life. All right? Tell the people them, I'm back. All right? Tell them to come back. I'm back. All right. Love you. I'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.